What's going on, everybody? James here, RedoptionAgency.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay. And do you like numbers? I like numbers. Let's go over some numbers. So I'm going to look and just see how fourth quarter is going for me. Thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So we're just going to see where we're at for the fourth quarter. We're at December 18th today. Today, eBay has been a joke. My small store is doing more than my big store last time I checked. My sales for the big stores shut off like 3 hours ago. I think I just had one sale just come through. So as we get closer to Christmas, sales do slow down, but for 3 hours, something's off again today. But what are you gonna do? You're just gonna keep moving forward. So, all right, I got this set up. This is the small store, the new store, the clothing store. So for fourth quarter, we got 14,097.68. Oh, with a 47.7% selling cost, a little bit higher than I want, but I think that's just the way it's going to be now with postage going up and stuff. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to bring those numbers down a little bit, whether that's bringing down my percentage total and see if I can still get the same amount of sales and what have you. So that'll probably be another change come January. I've currently run everything at 13%. So maybe I'm just going to, come January, just try to knock it down a few points. Or maybe just do, again, with like $10 and under at a certain point, $10 and over at a certain point. Just to try, since rising costs and such is bringing those numbers up. So net sales, $6,550 on here. 645 items sold at an average price of $21.86 a piece. So for the fourth quarter, the top 5 items are NFL, number 5. Men's hoodies and sweatshirts at number 4. Women's tops at number 3. Men's hats at number 2, because I haven't got everything moved over here yet. And men's t-shirts at number 1. So there you go. Come January, if I have everything moved over by then, hats will easily take the number 1 position, I'm sure, because I still have a buttload of those in storage. So we got those numbers. I'm going to go show you numbers that I came up with yesterday too. I'm going to go over with you. And I got you, camera. I see you flashing at me. I got it set up now where all I have to do, where'd it go, is go 4. And now you're back. Every time you flash, I'm just going to hit 4, and we'll be back. Do not mess with me, camera. All right. But I'm going to go show you some numbers I came up with yesterday for the new videos, reaction videos I am doing on YouTube. Because I'm going to include everything in here for the past fourth quarter. So we've got the new store. Now we're going to the main store, which is 50,310.01 at a 52.9% selling cost. I don't like that. That should be thinned out now, being we're 18th into the month. Net sales $20,342. These are compared to last year's. So last year the store is down 15%, but remember I didn't have the new store last year. So I'm technically probably up. 15% of that would be, 10% would be 5,000, so 7,500 if my quick math is right. And I'm doing over that on the big store or the small store, right? Yeah, so I am technically up. So the top 5 items here. Blu-rays and DVDs, number 5. Vinyl records at number 4. Cassette tapes at number 3. Men's hats at number 2. And CDs, far and away, number 1. $16,000 in CDs. Compared to the next highest thing, hats at 7,200. Yeah. Not everything, and nothing else is even close to CDs right now. So my CDs are killing it. The buy 2, get 2 free has really worked out for me this year. That was a change that's really turned the CD market around. All the media, really. Vinyl too, but CDs for the most part. CDs are kind of like back, y'all. So back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. So that's good to see. Next, so we got those two numbers. We're going to go over to Posh, and I brought that up. So for the last 3 months on Posh, not much. I'm still working this store. So 152 plus 798 plus this month so far 396. Don't look like I'm going to hit that $1,000 mark on Posh, but all I've been doing is adding hats. So I got to expect something to go down. And like I said, I haven't added much to either store. I'm adding hats to the new store from the old store. But as far as new product, I really haven't done much. I've just been creating drafts like crazy. Just to give you an idea, like in this store alone, I'm at 780 drafts, pictures taken. I'm trying something new, and I'm probably going to kick myself for it. In order to take pictures faster, I'm just using one blank template for no matter what it is. So I'm not separating like stuff. It's just, if it's there, I'm taking a pic. If it's there, I'm taking a pic. It's going in a box, going in a box. So I'm trying, it's just a test to see if I can maintain quickness in making pictures quicker and items quicker without separating and doing all that stuff. And plus that helps with space. And I see you blinking at me again. Now you're not going to pop up. There we go. 4. Why is this thing such a pain? I'm speeding up the picture process, which will slow down the detail process. But what I am kind of doing with this is hope and preparing. Because I did notice on the eBay app that they are having, at least on the desktop, not the app, the desktop, list an item. They're trying out AI. You take pictures of the item and it fills in everything for you. I did a hat and it didn't even recognize the hat. So it's nowhere near to anything right now. So I'm kind of like trying this new without breaking it down into details. That's going to get me to take pictures quicker. I'm not going to have to think about anything except which store it goes into. But then, like I said, it's going to slow down the listing process. But hoping that eBay is, with these updates and changes they're making, that the listing process for the details are going to be quicker in 2025. It's a gamble, but something I'm going to try doing just to see how it works out. Instead of having separating T-shirts and CDs and cassettes and sweatshirts and then having their own template. So I'm trying this just to see how it goes. So always trying different things to speed things up. So if it slows me down, I'll go back. No big deal. So 780 drafts there. Over here, I got 818 drafts. So I did on the ball caps keep with the one ball cap, but like before, I had fitted template, adjustable, and snapback. So I took that detail out of it and just made it plain, and then it'll fill in as I fill in the title. So we'll see. Everything else is just on another plain blank template. So we shall see. We shall see. So we got the Poshmark. We've got that. The next up would be YouTube. And this is for the 3 months so far. So we got $1,159.33. So a total of fourth quarter so far, $66,913.52. So my goal is obviously $1,000 a day, which would be $90,000. So not going to hit that, not by a long shot. But hey, I feel lucky to have this much, just with all the eBay issues that's going on. Like I said, even today it's a freaking mess on the website. So server failures. See, when I had no server failures, I have sales all day long. The day the server's failures start, I have blocks and chunks of the day with nothing coming through. So if you're going to try to argue with me and say they're not combined, no, you don't watch enough of my videos and see enough detail as I do, because they're clearly combined. So, but then I pulled up, so I've been getting a lot of great feedback on the reaction videos. So I thank you guys for that. So I did some numbers on those. Facebook's pain. Reaction video to reseller content, not counting today. So 7 days, I did the first 7 days. I don't count yesterday because yesterday would be day 8, and I don't have the numbers for day 8 yet. They usually come later in the day. So this is the first 7 days, 8 reaction videos, 27 new subs out of those reaction videos, and $93 made so far up to that point on those reaction videos, with 4 hours of work time. That's the video time and the time to make the thumbnail, and just copy and paste the title from the video I'm reacting to. So that's all the time I'm putting into it. And that breaks down to $23.27 per hour. But remember that those videos will continue to generate money as time goes on. So that $23.27 is only going to go up just on those videos, not counting anything else that's equated into it that could help rise it and or sink it, depending on the video, obviously, and if it does well or not. But those videos, these 7 days, 8 videos, are only going to go up from here. So with just those, I put an idea for growth, priceless. As I say, this is the best start to any of my video ideas that I've had. And you know me, if you go back through the channel, you see a plethora of different things I've tried. I tried taking somebody's there it goes again. Somebody's yard sale visual, and mixing it with the audio of somebody else's and seeing if we can make something funny. So I've tried a bunch of different things over the past year in 2024. So this is one so far. It's not only the best reaction I'm getting, for me, it's the most fun. I'm enjoying the hell out of it because I'm getting to Kiwi knocking over lights. I'm getting to talk about, like I said before, I don't like saying the same things over and over and over again. So it's allowing me to say things that I've said before, but in a different take, in a different light, and maybe even add more to it, add more detail to it. It's allowing me to think of things that I've totally forgot about and bring up. Plus, you guys seem to really, for me, it's about giving information so people can do better. And if I can piggyback off of somebody, off of information that I probably already know and give my take on it. And then also, like I said, help other channels grow a little bit too. If you didn't know about this channel, well, now you do, type of thing. And then I've had a lot of people from other channels, like Commonwealth, come to my channel. So I totally appreciate that. So not only am I trying to give, but I am getting a little also in return. So that helps the growth of the channel. Hit 20,000 subscribers. Was he the night before last? I believe it was. And already 42 above that. So yeah, it's really rolling in. So, and my content, like when you make content on YouTube, the thing that matters is the watch time. That's what's going to bring in the money. So when you break it down to how my days have been going on YouTube, I started this, say, on, let's just go back to Friday the 15th. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Go back to Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th, we just pull up that day alone. We have 210 watch hours for $24. And you'll see kind of a pattern here with watch hours and time, or with estimated revenue, about how much you make per hour, per view type of thing. Almost 2,000 views, a little over $20. So I always go by the measure of $10 for every $1,000, $10 for every 1,000 views. That's on the low end, so that's a good reference if you're watching somebody's video. I wonder how much money they make. Narrowly, it comes down to watch time, how long the people are watching. But if you do that, that's the low end of what somebody's making. $10 for every 1,000 views. If they're watching a 7-minute video and watch it all the way through, or they're watching 7 minutes of a 10-minute video, then they're going to be making more bank than just that. So, and then we go to the next day, which would be 14th. So we're down to 189 at $19, but jumped up 22 subscribers in that day. And then here you go. You see the 1.8 at 19. So if you take the last one with this one, mash it together, it's about $10 for every 1,000 views. And then we go Sunday. Sunday should be down because I don't think I put any videos out Sunday. So we dropped down to 124. But I picked up 23 subscribers from those reaction videos. So even though I didn't do a video that day and my money's a little bit lower that day, that's a high for my subscription count. So next up is Monday. And then we jump up to 325 watch hours and $32. Another 17 subscribers come in. Here you go again, about 3,000 views, about $30. So you get that average going right there. And then yesterday's is not filled out yet, I don't believe, but I think my watch hours went up from 325 to 375. So if you look at this, I should have around $35, $37 made yesterday on YouTube. So yeah, so everything's going good. Because why I'm saying that is because my watch hours went up. So you would say I'd be making $34, $35, but my watch hours went up. So I'm probably going, well, we'll just call it 35. We'll just call it $35. Instead of yeah, because that's about even, because 35 and 37, I wasn't really paying attention to those two together on the day before. So we had 29 and 32 at 32. So the views went up. So I might be closer to $40 today, if I'm thinking off the top of my head correctly. Today maybe a $40, or yesterday may have been a $40 day on YouTube. So that's what it's about on YouTube, is getting those watch hours. And it's not necessarily the amount of views, it's how long the person is watching. That's where you get paid. And I've got those content, those videos I'm making. When people are enjoying them, they watch longer. So even though like yesterday's only had 456, I can't click on it to show you how much because it's not updated yet. And Miss Taffy's is not updated yet. So we'll go back to Commonwealth. 1,000, and this won't be concluding yesterday's views. I think I got the most on this channel, or on this video, on yesterday's views. But we'll go in and look at it here. So you got 1,000 views. Go into analysis of just this video alone. And this video alone, 1.1 at 175 watch hours at $7.40 with 10 new subscribers so far from this video. So the one I think that I'm really curious to see is the Isaiah one, because I think that one's had the longest retention time thus far. Why ain't this coming out right? It's like passing me up. Like, no. So 138. What was the last one? 138 watch hours. Because like, when I was looking at something, it looked like it had the highest retention time. Oh, it shows on the Oh, and that's because it's a 55-minute video. So that's why another reason why it had longer retention time. So yeah, so we'll see how much this one. So 476 at 138. Whereas opposed to this one, this was my USPS one, which was my best video lately at 2,358 views. And that's where I'm talking about the, you know, how the Postal Service may go, privatized. But me personally, I don't think it's going to go that route, but there should be some changes to the post office, and I hope those are made in this next round of people. So 2.4 thousand views, 222 watch hours, and made 1150 off of that video. And you may think that's not much, but you know what? I put out usually a few videos a day, so it's definitely far less than what used to be on YouTube. But for me, this is all just bonus extra money, just like Poshmark. Poshmark and YouTube is just all the bonus money that is helping fuel the eBay business. That's the way I look at it. So nothing more than that. So, but I like paying attention to it. So that's where we're at with those. So I'm trying to see. Let's see, like the shed flips video. Oh, that one looked like it has some good retention time there. Oh, we're at 1.8 views. So 213 watch hours at $23. See, you can tell I'm still trying to always piece this together in my mind how it works, because it's not as black and white as like a certain percentage. So sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. Let's see what I made on the first one, which was Mel. That one's been out the longest. 1,700 views and $18. So, but 7 new subscribers. So, again, you got the 1.7 matching with the 18, so almost 17. I've got to get this more packaged and organized in my brain when it comes to these numbers, as you can tell. Like one of the lowest ones, I think, was the reaction to good game grabs. A local guy here, only like 200 something views at $2.21. So 32 watch hours. So if I was in it for just the money, I would be doing all big time sellers. I would only go for big time sellers. But I'm just trying to go for, and maybe I need to throw one of those in every week just to see. But I'm just going for the not. I'm going for the meat. I'm going for the information or the advice or the meat of learning, as opposed to a lot of these bigger videos. They're going to be your yard sale videos, and you're really not going to get too much out of that. But those are fun to watch. So maybe I can figure out a nice way to turn those into a better educated video. If I can figure that out, then I'm definitely going to shoot for a lot of those bigger yard selling videos. If I can think of a good way to turn those, because they're made for entertainment, to turn those more into an information-based video. And I'm glad I just thought of that, because that might be a good way to do it. Maybe we watch it and we eBay search at the same time. We see something in the picture and we do an eBay search on it and go, hey, they missed this worth X amount of money. That could be a way to turn that into an education video. So I'll play with that idea. I like that idea. Because if you go to YouTube, whoops, wrong YouTube. I want to go to YouTube. And just click eBay. What I've been doing is just clicking eBay and just kind of looking at one here that kind of fits, looks like it might have a lot of information in it or things that we can take from. Oh, there's Isaiah here. I didn't even realize that. Ha! That's cool. somebody left a message on that Isaiah video saying I should take it down because if Tech sees it, he's going to kick him out of the class. I'm like, what? What? First off, I doubt Tech is a dictatorship, first off, as opposed to his past partner. Well, I could probably argue harder on that, or I wouldn't argue as much on that one. But Tech, I don't think he's a dictatorship. Secondly, I chose to do it. Isaiah didn't choose to do it. I chose his video. He didn't say, hey, can you help me with this? You know, somebody said that Tech's really, they have a lot of rules within that. I go, first off, this is America. I ain't taking down no damn video. First off, Isaiah didn't do a damn thing wrong. I picked the video, and I'm sure Tech is smart enough to know that. So nothing's going to happen to Isaiah. He didn't have anything to do with it. So I thought that was kind of weird and funny. At first, I thought it was a joke. I went LOL on it, and people started getting serious at it. I'm like, I think they got the wrong idea. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Tech would be that kind of a dictatorship. Somebody watched your video, and I'm kicking you out of the class. Don't even make sense. Somebody reacted to your video. No, and I didn't do it necessarily for Isaiah. I did it for an audience, and I'm sure the first person to understand that would be Tech. So I'm sure Isaiah's safe. So I didn't even know he was in Tech's class, honestly. And I just saw that. Isaiah's never even registered with me until Josh told me to go check out that channel or check out that video. So, and that's another thing. If you have an idea on a video, make sure you throw it on one of my comments, and I'll write the name down and I'll look at it and look into it, because there's so much that I don't see. So I'm always trying to do different things to pattern, to get a filter to find somebody new. And I definitely want to find people who don't have a lot of views too. If you know of somebody who's got, and the hard way thing about that is if I go like, say, this week filter, and I go by view count, then I have to like scroll forever just to find the people. I guess not forever, but then I get through all these shorts too. It's just harder to find people. So if you see somebody with barely any views that has some good info, throw them out to me also, or just any meat-based videos that have to do with reselling, or that you think could have some good information to bring into light, or to share my contact, my knowledge with, or whatever. So, all right. I gotta get back to work, get back to taking pictures. I'm just building drafts the rest of this year, listing very little, just to get my new situation, my new structure flowing properly. So, all right, that is all my numbers for now. So I think that's it. So, all right, thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.